Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Real Talk Combat Sport. Yes, as you can see, guys, brand new logo, brand new edit, brand new everything. I am back talking combat sport. Woo! Well, I have been back for a minute. I've just been posting it elsewhere. Now I've got the combat sport page back, and obviously made a decision to use Real Talk Combat Sport again. So guys, as you can see from the title, we are discussing UFC 172, 272, 271, 271, 271. What the hell's wrong with me? UFC 271, Adesanya versus Whitaker, and EFC 92. EFC is back on March 5th. Guys, there are some very interesting things to discuss in EFC. But first, guys, look, my opinion on Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whitaker has not changed. I still think Israel Adesanya is going to take this. I think Robert Whitaker might bring a tougher fight. Will it drag to the second, third round? Maybe. I don't think this goes to decision. I still think Israel Adesanya ends up stopping Robert Whitaker with a TKO or something. Now, guys, with that said, do I want Robert Whitaker to actually win? The answer is yes, because I think if Robert Whitaker wins, it just puts a very interesting spin in the middleweight division, and it cancels the talk about Adesanya versus Usman, although I would really love to see Adesanya fight Usman. And if Israel loses, that fight is not going to happen. But if Israel wins, depending on how we judge Whitaker's wrestling, we can see whether Usman's wrestling will be superior to Adesanya when they do face each other. I think that fight should happen. It doesn't make sense for it not to happen if Israel Adesanya beats Robert Whitaker. Derek Lewis takes Tai Taivasa in the middleweight division. Like I said in my previous videos, guys, this fight is simply a setup so that the winner of this fight is going to face Cyril Gane, and the winner of Cyril Gane versus the winner of this fight is going to face the winner of Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. I don't think Stipe is going to be able to beat Jon Jones. Therefore, Jon Jones and Cyril Gane will probably be the title to unify the heavyweight title. So what's going to happen is they're going to create a preliminary title, like I said in the previous video, and the winner, which I'm definitely saying it's going to be Jon Jones, is going to be the heavyweight prelim champion, and then he's going to wait, and then they can't wait for Francis to come back. So Cyril Gane is probably going to end up beating the winner of these two guys, and then he's going to end up facing Jones to become either one of them becomes the heavyweight champion. That's my prediction for this. And I am done with UFC 271. I'm done with it. It's happening on Saturday. You guys can deal with it. Let's go EFC 92. Yes, guys, local MMA is back. Super excited to talk about it. Guys, I didn't know I actually have recorded this episode already, so I had to re-record because I just realized EFC has a new setup. They've got obviously your main card, which is 5 fights. They've got your preliminary bouts, which is 3 fights, and then early prelim, which is another 3 fights. Now, I got notes. So if I got notes, you'll know shit is about to go down. We're about to go into details. Okay, so in the early prelim, we got Andrew Anselm, whom I know from the amateur times. He had competed for me before, versus Gelo Sondi. Gelo Sondi became the RFC welterweight champion. So yes, I also know about him. So I can definitely give you guys a pointer on this fight. Who do I think takes this fight? First of all, the issue here, Gelo Sondi is cutting to lightweight. Gelo Sondi had a big issue cutting to welterweight. The fact that he's doing these heavyweight cuts, and I know he doesn't do it properly. That's one thing for sure. He guesses out badly in his fight. So 2 rounds max, 3, not even 3, 2 rounds of pressure, he cannot handle it. Andrew Anselm, I'm not sure if he's still part of Team CIT, but I know that this is a big boy. He's got a very good cardio on him, and he's got ground game, which is the one thing that Gelo Sondi does not have. So not to dwell on this fight either ends with TKO, with Andrew Anselm winning. I think Andrew Anselm is going to take this fight if he can withstand the first round of pressure that Gelo Sondi is going to bring. Because Gelo Sondi comes with heavy punches, swings heavy in the first round. So if Andrew can utilize his ground game, he's definitely taking this fight. All right. That's actually not even the first fight. That's actually the third fight in the early preliminary. The first fight is Ivan Stradom versus William Smith, the heavyweight bout. Guys, I've got no idea why the hell a heavyweight bout is literally the first fight in the card. It's ridiculous. These guys, first of all, have a way higher record than all the fighters that are. I mean, if you look at Gid Moyo, I know who Gid Moyo is. He also fought for me. Gid Moyo started, this is a ridiculous fight, guys. Gid Moyo started at middleweight. For him to be fighting featherweight right now, this just shows that hard work pays off. And the fact that he's actually turned professional, I am so happy for him. But guys, the whole setup of this fight card is quite messed up. To have Ivan Stradom versus William Smith, heavyweights, open up a fight card is ridiculous. That can never happen. Just the fact that the heavyweights, you should give them the respect and at least put them in the preliminary. The fact that they have the ladies who are making their debut in the main card doesn't make any sense because this is a pro event. I understand as amateurs, we used to do this in order obviously to get, the ladies some viewership, to get people to actually to watch them. But normally, because this is a professional event, these ladies should have been the first fight in this event and then followed by Gid Moyo and then Handro Eslem and so forth. But anyways, guys, the setup is what it is, and I totally understand why it is like this. It is like this in order for viewership. I mean, you do want to have the ladies be in the main card so that when it does show on TV, it shows that this sport is not only for men, that it's also for women. That's the reason this is happening. So I'm explaining that, and I'm not just going blah, blah, blah. They made the wrong decision, but I understand why they did it this way. So with that said, who takes it versus Gid Moyo versus Kwanzim Kuzi? I don't know who this guy is. Never heard of him. I'm going to give this fight to Gid Moyo purely because this guy came all the way from middleweight. He's made it to featherweight and he's got a lot of heart and his stand-up is really, really good. And he's got look, Gid Moyo is taking this fight hands down. Ivan Stradom versus William Smith, heavyweight bout. I think this is going to depend on the gas tank. But I think this fight here, William Smith is going to take it. It's probably going to become a grappling fight, and Ivan Stradom is probably going to end up guessing. So we've got William Smith, Gid Moyo, and Handro Eslem taking it in the early prelims. All right, now we get into the preliminary bouts, guys. First fight, we got Diego Bandu versus Klongwa. First of all, on the poster, this is the wrong Klongwa. This is Muzwandile, which is the other brother. So this Klongwa is a different one. Guys, despite the fight records, this is an amazing matchup, okay? You can look at the fight record and think 4-0 and 1-0 and you're thinking, wow, this is ridiculous. I actually think this is the wrong fight record. I think this is Muzwandile's fight record. I think he has lost the fight. But with that said, he also has a non-contest with versus Gordon Drudman. Now, with that said, guys, this is an amazing matchup purely because both these fighters are stand-up fighters and they're both physically strong. Who do I think takes this fight? Klongwa is definitely taking this fight purely because of experience. Bandu, unfortunately, does not have a gas tank. He's going to come there in the first round. He might be able to dominate, but Klongwa's got such good stand-up, and I don't see Bandu taking Klongwa down. So I give this fight to Klongwa. In which round, I'm not sure, but definitely Klongwa is taking it regardless of whether it goes to decision or TKO. And then we've got flyweight bout versus Julius Platjes versus Fafa Dwama. Now, I definitely know Julius Platjes. He was the EWC flyweight champion. Oh man, Julius Platjes. I'm so happy to see him in the pro circuit. He is now going on a 2-win streak, trying to get his third. And Fafa Dwama is 4-2. Now, guys, you might look at the records and think Fafa Dwama has the experience. Yes, it does, but the experience that Julius Platjes accumulated as an amateur athlete is ridiculous. So definitely, Julius Platjes will be able to stand his ground on this fight. He is very, very strong. He can grapple. He's got good stand-up. Look, the Congolese boys are physically strong, no fact. The first 2 rounds is going to be tough, but definitely Julius Platjes takes this either by decision or by submission in the 3rd round because Fafa Dwama ends up getting tired. All right, and then we've got a heavyweight. Guys, Van Dam Boeye is back after a long suspension. Van Dam Boeye is back. He's going to be fighting Robert Cunning. I've got no idea who Robert Cunning is. I know it's an international bout. With that said, guys, I think Robert Cunning is going to take this fight purely because Van Dam has this. He panics. I remember I once spoke to him and he admitted it. He says when Especially when an athlete is on top of him, he feels the pressure, he panics, and his blood pressure goes high, and all hell breaks loose. So I am giving this fight to Cunningham. I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong. That's the heavyweight bout. Preliminary bout. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the main card of the evening of EFC 92. Oh Lord, Conrad Siabi versus Gordon Rudman. Guys, first of all, why the hell is Conrad Siabi versus Gordon Rudman opening a main card? This is a thriller of a fight, but at the same time, guys, totally understandable why they wouldn't put them anywhere close to the co-main event, especially with JP Kruger on this card. And these dudes are fighting light heavyweights. These guys are packing a lot of McDonald's and KFC in their body, man. So they're going to be sloppy and slow. But this is going to be one cracker of a fight. Depending on how their guest tanks is going to be, this is either going to be one hell of a one-rounder, or one hell of a two-rounder, or one hell of a three-rounder with two exhausted fat fucks trying to kill each other. Gordon Rudman has heart, has the highest IQ in this fight. But Conrad Siabi is just a pit bull, a train wreck. Cage-wise, like they say, I think Conrad Siabi is just going to be physically too strong for Gordon Rudman. He's been out of the cage for too long. I don't think Gordon Rudman is the same Gordon Rudman from the amateur times, from the, when he started EFC first, that he goes in there and blood and sweat. He will die inside that cage. I think he's a father now, and he cares way too much for his kids. So I'm going to give this fight definitely to Conrad Siabi. There's absolutely no way Gordon is going to be able to survive Conrad Siabi's onslaught, especially in the first round. Let's just hope he doesn't call for a ball box. So that's a light heavyweight bout. And then we've got the ladies. Guys, I've got no idea who these ladies are. I apologize. They are making their debut. Ladies, welcome to the EFC, into the pro circuit. Make us proud and show that Africa has ladies and talent. And we go to the bantamweight bout in the next one. Why am I sounding like Brute Buffer? I'm enjoying doing this. EFC is back. I'm excited for the guys. Cameron Saimani takes on Martin De Beer. Guys, same thing like I said. Martin De Beer brings on a lot of experience. Good stand-up fighter and ground fighter. But Cameron Simon, I apologize. Cameron Simon has been carrying a 2-fight winning streak, and he's been looking unstoppable. He has shown that he's got heart, that he can take a punch, and he's got good ground game and stand-up. Seeing that he is Dricus du Plessis' protege, what the hell is that word? Man, English is betraying me, guys, right now. English has betrayed me. I have not paid my rent. Okay, so seeing that Cameron Saimani is being shouldered, winged by Dricus du Plessis, we know he's got the skill sets to take on the experience of Martin De Beer. So who do I think takes this? Guys, you know what? I'm going to take a chance with the young blood of Cameron, and I say Cameron definitely takes this fight. I think it's just going to be too much for Martin De Beer. And then, oh Lord have mercy, JP Kruger is back. The Tinker Bell is back. Woo, 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 woo. But guys, seriously, this is a hell of a mismatch. There is absolutely no way JP Kruger is back. Co-main event with Roy Lokolo. What has Roy done to deserve a co-main event fight? Oh Lord have mercy. But I totally understand. They needed to find him an opponent, and definitely an easier opponent. So perhaps, just maybe, that the winner of the main event may create a next middleweight bout. What am I talking about? Well, guys, JP Kruger fighting Roy Lokolo. Guys, JP Kruger is going to win this. He's got more experience, both on the stand-up, on the ground. Roy Lokolo does not have heart when it comes to fights. I don't even know what the 2 fights that he actually won. But, well, congratulations, he did win. Maybe better the skill set, but I don't think he's going to be beating JP Kruger. I think this is a bloody hell mismatch. And I think this is a setup just to have JP Kruger win this fight, so that we may talk about this title middleweight bout, which also does not make sense, but also makes sense at the same time. What do I mean by that, guys? Well, let me explain myself before you guys start saying he's back and he's already talking shit. No. So, guys, the show must go on. This is what I am assuming or thinking the EFC is thinking, okay? The show must go on. All the champions have either left, moved into different promotions and so forth. And guys, stop doing that thing. The moment you become a champion, you leave. No, EFC is a promotion, is a good one too, okay? So, guys, the champions have left. The show must go on. EFC needs new champions. They need to get the guys hungry again. They need to get the show to go on. Therefore, they need to get the best option they possibly could. So, Luke Michael versus Tresor Pupanga. Is that the best option? Well, I don't know who's back. I've heard that Gordon Rudman is back. JP Kruger is back. I heard all the old guys are coming back. Well, they might be coming back, but the skill sets might not be in the title contendership kind of a level. These guys have proven that they can give us a show. So, do they deserve to fight for the title? No, they don't. But the show must go on. Therefore, we need to have a title fight. So this makes a lot of sense. One thing I can assure you, the one who becomes champion will definitely be facing JP Kruger next to defend their title. So EFC is back, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like it is ready. The fight card is freaking amazing despite some weird matchups and obviously the positioning of the fight. There's absolutely no way Gordon Rudman and Conrad Siabi should be sitting where they're sitting, and the heavyweight bout was supposed to be elsewhere. Now, something very weird. There's a fight here that says Simos versus Harvey, featherweight bout. This fight was the first fight that I actually saw on the 5th of March, but I do not see it on the fight card and I do not know where on the fight card it plays out. So this is a bit weird, guys. I don't know what's happening with this fight, but it's not on the fight card, but apparently it's also happening, and it looks like it might be for a number 1 contender for the featherweight title. Is there another featherweight bout here? Then we can start doing some assumptions. There is no other featherweight bout in the prelim or the main card. So I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's happening with this fight. But according to the fight card, this fight isn't there. But it has been advertised. I've spoken to Narek, and he seems to be convinced that he's fighting on the 5th of March. Well, guys, that is it for me, your boy Uncle Pete, with the first official episode of Real Talk Combat Sport. I will see you guys on the next one where we do the breakdown of how the fight happened. Guys, I've got no idea where to stream EFC. I'm going to try my best to find where to stream it. I do have DSTV, so I should be able to stream all the fights there, hopefully. And if I'm able to do that, then I will do the breakdown of every single fight and the outcomes of every single fight. And that includes the UFC 271 fight card. All right, guys. I shall see you guys on the next one. Cheers.